The Washington Nationals need a lot of help. Uh, had a lot of blown up trades that have not worked well in their favor. Obviously, the number one that really sticks out is the Scherzer and Trey Turner trade, where they brought in Josiah Gray and Keibert Ruiz and a couple other guys from the Dodgers. And Ruiz and Josiah Gray have not worked out very well at all. Then obviously they had the big trade to get Mackenzie Gore, James Wood, Robert Hassel, C.J. Abrams from the San Diego Padres for Juan Soto. James Wood is a stud. He's going to be a mainstay in this franchise itself and hopefully for the Nationals for many years to come. CJ Abrams has turned into a decent Major League Baseball player, but I think he's probably going to get moved on from the Nationals this season. And that's probably a guy we might look to trade in this franchise as well. Depends on how well he's going through the first season, in my opinion. But and then obviously Mackenzie Gore, they moved on to the Texas Rangers in real life in the offseason. The Nationals need a lot of help. Um, and hopefully we can get them to a World Series one day. Now this franchise is going to be more in depth. It's not going to be a one episode rebuild where we win a World Series in the first in one episode. Hopefully each season's maybe 2 or 3 episodes and then an off season. But yeah, I want to get more in depth into this franchise. Let's go ahead and take a look at this roster now. Pitching wise, there's not that much to get excited about. If we're being completely honest, they brought in Zach Littell, who's a solid major league starter, but probably not a guy you want to be the ace of your rotation. Brad Lord, DJ Hers. Now, this is a world where we're coming into a season where everybody's healthy. I know that's maybe not how the Nationals are looking in real life, but for the game's sake, that's what we're doing. Mike Liss, Mitchell Parker. They got Cade Cavalli coming back off of injury. This is a guy that has lots of potential. He just cannot stay healthy. Jake Irvin. And then Josiah Gray down here is the last guy we have in the major leagues. Now, guys like Harlan Susana, Travis Sikora, a couple of pitchers that they have that have some potential in the minor leagues that, we'll get an in-depth look at as we go throughout the season. Bullpen-wise, just honestly just really bad. Clayton Beater's not a bad arm. I don't know if he should be the closer, but he's better than some of the other bullpen arms that the Nationals have. Position player wise, Keibert Ruiz is going to be the starter. I honestly thought he was going to be a lot better than he really has in real life. And then Harry Ford they brought in over in a trade with the Mariners. I'm not going to have him on this opening day roster. I'm going to start him in AAA. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to break camp with the Nationals in real life, but I want to start him off in AAA, but he's definitely a guy we're probably going to bring up throughout the first season. First base, only guy we have on the Major League roster so far is Andres Chaparro. Luis Garcia, I was really high on Luis Garcia. He had a really good 2024. I thought he was going to take even a further step in 2025, and quite the opposite happened, actually. He was really bad in 25. Maybe he can get something going, but I don't have a lot of hope. Brady House is a very young guy that they're relying on to grow and become a guy they can lean on in this lineup, and hopefully he can become that, but we're going to give him run just like the Nationals are in real life, and hopefully, he can turn into something. But in that trade for Mackenzie Gore, they brought in Gavin Fine, however you pronounce it. He was the draft pick from the Rangers this 2025 that they brought back. Only 19 years old, good potential. He's a name to watch out for. And then C.J. Abrams, like we talked about, it just depends on what we can get back for C.J. Abrams. Because if we can get a good package back with some nice prospects, he's probably going to get moved on. I don't know. I like C.J. Abrams, but I just don't know if he's going to be in the long-term plans. Nasim Nunez is not a bad backup option at all. And their number one overall pick from 2025, Eli Willits, he's going to be starting out in AA. He's 18, A potential. He's already a 65 overall. I'm definitely going to get some looks of him in the minor leagues throughout the season, and I'm banking on this guy turning into an absolute stud. Seaver King is another top pick that the Nationals made in real life, and he has not been very good in the minor leagues at all. I highly doubt he turns into something here as well, but maybe. And left, obviously, James Wood. He's a stud, but I really like Dalen Lyle as well. And I honestly think he might be our starting left fielder, and we rock with James Wood at DH for now, simply because I want to play Jacob Young in center. I think he's a very, very solid center fielder that plays really good defense. Hitting, but he's a nice center fielder to have. And then we've got Dylan Cruz. I'm pretty sure the Nationals optioned him to AAA to start the season in real life, but I'm going to start him in the majors. This guy was a can't-miss prospect coming into the MLB draft. Like, if the Pirates would have taken Cruz at number 1, I don't think people would have criticized that pick at the time, because he was just as good, if not better, coming out of college than Paul Skeens. Obviously, the Pirates made the right choice, in my opinion, but I still think Dylan Cruz has boatloads of potential. I think he's going to be just fine over the next few years. Joey Weimer at backup, not terrible. But yeah, overall, this roster needs a lot of help. We're not going to be very good. We need to hit on our draft picks and hopefully make some deals around the trade deadline and really bring in some more prospects that we can build on. For the rotation of bullpen to start off, we're going to have Littell, Parker, Lord, DJ Herz, and Cade Cavalli, with Gray, Irvin, McGarry, Henry, Michaelis, Granillo, PJ Poulin. I've never heard of some of these guys. Clayton Beater. I'm going to leave Michaelis in the bullpen because I think he's awful. He's awful in real life, and I just do not want him starting games. And that goes with a lot of these guys we have in the bullpen. Now, Josiah Gray, depending on how well he does, might move over into the rotation. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Lineup-wise, versus righties, I'm going to lead off Lyle. Good speed, good contact versus righties. I'm going to put Dylan Cruz in the 2-hole just because I want to get him a lot of at-bats. I want him to play every day. He may struggle, and we may have to move him down in the lineup. But for now, I'm going to have him in the 2-hole. James Wood, 3-hole DHing. His defense is just not great, and I want to get Lyle playing time as well because I think he could grow into a decent major league player. So we're going to leave James Wood at DH. CJ Abrams, Kabert, Jacob Young, Luis Garcia, House, and Chaparro. And then versus lefties, we're going to lead off Young, Wood, 2-hole, Abrams, Kabert, Dylan Cruz, Lyle, Chaparro, Nunez over Luis Garcia at second base, and then Brady House at third. Bench, we got Garcia, Miles, and Tanya, and Weimer. I mean, let's just be honest. There's not much to get excited about outside of Wood, maybe Abrams and Cruz if they can perform. Scouting, I'm going to show a lot more once we get closer to the draft at some of the top guys that we're looking for, especially in the first round, because I want to make sure we hit on our first round pick. And then after that, we'll take some chances on some guys later in the draft. So if you don't see much scouting, that's why. I'll touch on it later as we get closer to the draft itself. Just get into simulating the season, and we'll jump into some games here and then. Just like opening day, top of the 10th, 1 out, we got bases loaded. Might as well hop into it. Caleb Teelbar at 29 pitches is still out here in the top of the 10th. And I'm just going to use timing when hitting instead of, using a PCI and everything. I don't want to make it too overpowered or whatever. So we're just going to rock with the most basic hitting and pitching just to make it reliant on straight attributes for the players. That was a very hittable sweeper. We should have done better on that. Come on, Chaparro. Chaparro strikes out. We've got 2 outs now. to face Luis Garcia. He also has a home run in this game. We would need him to come through here. We need to score some runs. Ooh, early. Fastball caught a lot of the plate. Be nice to get an opening day dub. I don't know how many wins we're actually going to get here in year one, so getting one on the opening day would be nice. He drives it to center field, but it's going to be right there for PCA. Good swing. Got a hittable pitch. It's still tied. Going into the bottom of the 10th. We're just going to keep simulating, and yeah, we lost. They must have hit a walk-off grand slam. Yeah, Seiya Suzuki. 2 and 4. Bases loaded, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. It might as well. It's against the Dodgers. See if we can squeak a game from the Dodgers here. Bases loaded for Dalen Lyle. He's hitting 276 early in the season. That's what. As long as he's getting on base using his speed, I think that's big for us, especially in the leadoff spot. He's facing Tanner Scott, lefty. I don't know how. I'm not sure if he's that good against lefties, but blown away by the fastball. Come on, Dalen. Gassed up. Absolutely gassed up. And we lose again. Yeah, 6-4. Will Smith hit 2 home runs. Nice. Okay, 3-11 through the first couple weeks of the season. Ooh. Hot start. Hey, we actually came back and beat the Brewers. That's nice. Up 4. Zach Littell has a shutout. That's okay. Still won. Okay, 3-game heater. Nice. And then 3 losses in a row. 7-14. All right, bottom of the 10th. Nobody out. Jacob Young up, second and first. See if we can walk it off and get another dub. Jacob Young is 3 for 4 in this game with a homer and a single off Jose Budo. 5-5, bottom of the 10th. Nobody out. He's triple shy of the cycle. I doubt he gets it because, well, if we score, we win, so he won't even get a chance. Up the middle. It's probably, it's still going to be 2. He hit it too hard. They're playing him up the middle. Tough double play from Jacob Young. We go from second and first with no outs to runner on third with 2 outs. What is it? What? Did we jump in because Jacob Young was a triple away from the cycle? I kind of think that's what happened. Well, we won. James Wood, I think, hit a walk-off 3-run homer. He had 2 homers in the game. Split with the Braves. 11-17 is honestly not as bad as I thought we would be so far into the season. Alex Gutierrez, we don't really need left fielders, but 82 to 92 potential, 60 to 70 overall. The bat doesn't look. He's very contact oriented, good speed. I mean, don't look bad, but we don't really need a left fielder. There's just a lot of good outfielders. Guys like James Manush, like where they have the high overalls, they just never are any good. But like Bertrand Moreno might not be bad. Let's go ahead and scout him. Yeah, we lost that one. At least we salvaged a game against the Mets. Win the series against the Brewers. Brad Lord, forearm tightness. He should be okay. All right, 17-23. Almost to the May halfway point. We'll keep scouting. They say Mauricio Ortiz is our number 1 player, and I don't know if I'm really seeing it. His per nines are not great, and his pitches don't really look like they can get that good. Only 19. I'm not really seeing it, if I'm being completely honest. Now, Lamont Ferreira is a first baseman with really good power. We're going to scout him another week just to make sure, but he does not look bad at all. 19 and 27, about halfway through May. Let's go ahead and check in on how everything's going so far. Zach Littell is having a pretty good year. 3-3, 55 and 2/3 innings, 33 strikeouts. So he's not striking out many guys. 3.80 ERA. We will take that. Mitchell Parker as well. 50 innings, 27 Ks. Again, not striking out many people, but a 3.7. That's very, very good. Michaelis, they put into the rotation, and he's actually not doing terrible. 3.5. DJ Hurst is really bad. Really bad. So is Lord. Josiah Gray is also really bad. So is Jake Irvin, McGarry. Cole Henry's not terrible. Cavalli's not bad. I actually want to get Cavalli in here instead of Brad Lord. Let me get Cavalli starting some games just because he has a little bit more potential. But this bullpen is absolutely awful. So bad. Lineup-wise, Dalen Lyle is going crazy so far this season. He's batting .292 with 5 homers. That's what we like to see. James Wood already up to an 86. He's currently hitting .342 with 20 homers, and we are like 40-something games, 50-something games into the year. James Wood is going nuts. CJ Abrams is awful. Batting .214, 5 bombs. Luis Garcia, .287. That's not bad. Dylan Cruz, man, not playing very well. Cabert's doing well. Brady House, actually, we will take that from a 20. What is he, 22? Yeah. I mean, 755 OPS. We will take that. Jacob Young, really bad, but he's really in there for his defense. Chaparro is not good either, but he does have 7 homers. Nunez is not playing very well. Nobody on the bench. I mean, Weimer's not bad for a bench option, but is there anybody we would even look to bring up? I mean, Andrew Alvarez, I mean, a 4.8 in AAA, that's not. Trevor Williams, he's got a 1.4 ERA in AAA. But who would we send down? Who would we send down? I mean, probably McGarry, yeah. McGarry, you're so bad. Trevor Williams, add you to the 40-man, move you up, throw you in the bullpen. Yeah. Trevor Williams, I mean, McGarry was just really bad, and he was a Rule 5 pick, so it doesn't even matter. I'm sure Beater can close it out. Yeah. Okay. 5-game heater, 6-game heater. Hey, winning the series against the Mets and sweeping the Orioles, we'll take that. We will take that. Down to... we hadn't jumped in for a while. Let's jump in. Down to bases loaded, top of the 8th. He's got a 750 OPS with 8 homers. Actually, if you would have told me Chaparro would have a 750 OPS, like, for the first couple months of the season, I probably wouldn't have believed you, but I would have been very, very happy with that. We would take that. Just a little out front on that cutter. And gets gassed up by the heater. Man, we have not done anything when we jumped into these games. I mean, Cavalli didn't do terrible. I mean, he gave up 4 in 4 innings, but Bybee shut us down. He had 11 strikeouts. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. Cabert Reeves, we got a runner on second. We got to do something eventually, right? When we jump into these games, we got to do something eventually. 0-1. Gabriel's still hitting 282. He hammers it. I mean, he doesn't really hammer it, but he gets a fastball right down the middle, rolls it over to second base, and we lose again. Got him a pitch to hit. The timing was there. Just kind of got on top of it, rolled it over. All right, as we come to the end of the May, we're going to get a player lock finally for the first time this year, and we're going to do it with Dylan Cruz, only batting 207 and 174 at bats so far this season. Let's player lock his Cruz for a game and see if we can get him going a little bit. Facing Joe Musgrove's had a really good season. DJ Hers is only getting worse. We might have to consider moving him to the bullpen and moving somebody else into the rotation. All right, Dylan. Yeah, he's got a 640 OPS. Does have 11 stolen bases, which is nice. But, man, he's got to really start doing something with the bat. That was so slow. That's on me. Padres not having a good start to the season. 26 and 30. Tried to sit back on the curveball. It touched the zone. It would have been strike 3. Man. I don't know what Dylan Cruz has got to do to get it going. It gets him a fastball at the top of the zone. The timing's there. He just pops straight up. Might not have been the best pitch to swing at first pitch of the bat. But he got a hittable fastball. He just got under it. We've got a 1-0 lead going in the bottom of the 6th. So the pitching has definitely done well. Hers has done his job. Man. Dylan honestly might have to go get sent down. And that's it. He gets 3 at-bats because we won this game 1-0. 1-0. DJ Hers, 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. Andres Chaparro with the home run. I mean, good on our pitching in that game. But, man, Dylan Cruz, not a great game. But has he had any great games so far this season? Probably not. Okay, we're here at June 1st. We are currently 26 and 34. We're a half a game behind the Phillies for 4th in the division. We're 8 games out of the first place in the division. In the wild card, we're 3 games out. So we are still in the hunt as of right now. It's honestly starting to get close to the time where we need to start thinking about some of the guys we might look to trade. Now, untouchables, James Wood is an untouchable. I don't think any of our starters, even some of the guys like Harlan Susana, he's not having that great of a season in the minors. I don't think there's many untouchables outside of James Wood. I'm going to make Eli Willits an untouchable as well because I think this is a guy we can build around. Outside of that, I don't think there's any untouchables. Now, trade block. Now, CJ Abrams is not having that good of a season. He's batting 222, 281 on base with a 670 OPS, 6 homers in 52 games. That's not good enough. I honestly think we're going to add CJ Abrams to the trade block and just see what kind of offers we can get for him. He's just because I kind of think we can get a decent prospect for him, and we would take that. I mean, Zach Littell's only on a 1-year deal. He's having a halfway decent season. Somebody would come in for him. So I'm going to add him to the trade block as well. So I'm going to stick CJ Abrams and Zach Littell on the trade block because Littell's on a 1-year deal. People need starting pitching. CJ Abrams, I'm not 100% sure how many more years he has under control. He has 2 more years of ARB after this. So if we don't get something we like, we can obviously keep him for another year and then try to flip him later on. some of the people that are on the MLB trade block. Now, some of these guys are just older on a lot of money, which makes sense because you can dump them for a prospect haul, and it's somebody like the Angels who are not that good. And the Phillies aren't having a great season either. Starting pitching wise, is there any like young pitchers that we could go out and look to get? Now, Leiter, I don't think the Rangers are going to trade for him. Are going to trade him. But that's not a bad. That's not a bad option. Get a young arm with a lot of potential. He's not having the best season. Roki, again, I don't think he's actually going to get traded. Mitch Keller's not a bad arm. I mean, he's on a decent bit of money, but that's okay. I mean, like Elmer Rodriguez from the Yankees. That might be somebody we look to go get. They might be somebody interested in a CJ Abrams. There's options out there that we can definitely try and trade for. I'm gonna keep looking, add some people to the trade targets, and then we'll be back there. All right, I went and found some trade targets that I think are some guys that we could target closer to the deadline that would be pretty good additions. Will Warren, Emerson Hancock, Brandon Williamson, and River Ryan. You'll notice a trend. They're all mid-20s pitchers that, are blocked by teams that have really good rotations. Obviously, with the Yankees, Mariners, Reds, and Dodgers all have a stockpile of arms at the major league level and a few prospects that are better than some of these guys that are really pushing these guys out of favor. And I think we could bring them in, put them in a rotation, and let them develop and grow just by giving them playing time, something that they're not really getting at their current teams. As we get further into the season, we're at June 1st. Let's check into some of the players that we're keeping an eye on in the minor leagues. Harry Ford, I mean, he's only got 58 at-bats. I think Riley Adams is kind of taking his at-bats away from him. But in 58 at-bats, he's hitting 240. Might need to jump in and get a game with him. Andrew Alvarez, just not that great. Robert Hassel, he's not doing much at all, man. But this is a guy we might bring up to the major leagues. September call-ups, maybe before then if we need some outfield help. Luis Perales is actually having a pretty good season. 3.2 ERA in 55 innings. Arelis Martinez hitting 260. Trey Lipscomb is awful. That's not what you want to see. He got some playing time early for the Nationals in real life and didn't look bad, but the stats weren't very good. Joel Vivas made with trade with the Yankees in real life either the day I'm recording this or the day before. As a Yankees fan, I really liked Vivas. I thought he was going to be a little bit more than he was, but he just didn't really do anything at the major league level. Yeah, a lot of these guys. Susana's got a 4.3 ERA in AA. Not what you want to see. Willett's only hitting 200. Seaver King, I think, is getting a lot more at-bats, which is okay, being the older player. Willis has got plenty of time to develop, but Seaver King's actually hitting 280. I mean, not looking bad. Not looking bad. Lenon's 370 ERA. Clemney, almost a 5. Jeez. Gavin Fiend, 62 at-bats, 270. Fitzgerald, kind of the same thing. Ethan Petrie, he's got 9 homers, though. And he's got decent power as a right fielder. He can play first and left. Ain't bad. And he's only 21. I only have 55 overall, though. So he's probably not going to have much impact in this franchise. We'll just have to see how long it takes us to actually win a World Series. Back to simulating. Can we sweep the Marlins? No, of course not. We get blown out. Oh, first trade of the video. Brady Singer, Tony Santillan, and Jose Trevino are going to the Cubs for Jackson Wiggins, Kevin Alcantara, and Jonathan Long. I kind of like this for the Reds. I mean, Brady Singer's not having a terrible year. Same thing with Santillan, but Trevino's old, not doing anything. But Wiggins, 24, he's a 71 overall. Good potential. Same thing with Alcantara. Got a little run at the major league level, only hitting 220. But again, nice couple prospects for the Reds. Not a terrible trade, but nothing crazy. Here we go. Top of the 10th with 2 outs. Got runners at second and third. He's awful in the season. Good thing he's just a backup. Facing Sam Hinches. That's ball 4. He's going to load the bases for Brady House. He's got a 600 OPS. As a 22-year-old, you know what? It could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. Just needs to have a good at-bat. Help us get this go-ahead run home. Do your job, Brady. Gets a hanging slider and pulls it foul. It's a good swing, just pulled it foul. 2-2, grounds it to shortstop. Not a bad swing. Just hits it right at Willie Adames. Brutal. Brutal, and the Giants walk it off. I think every game we've jumped into, we've lost. We're going to jump into our second player lock game of the season. This time we're going to go down to the AAA level and jump in with Harry Ford. See what he's all about. He's up to a 70 overall. He's hitting 242 on the season. This is a guy that I think is probably going to see the major league level pretty soon here in this franchise. Not really getting much from either one of our catchers so far this season, and honestly don't think it's that bad of an idea just to give Harry Ford some run at the major league level just to see what he can do. He's got a 700 OPS. It's not bad. Gets a fastball, hittable fastball, fouls it back. Another hittable sweeper. Fouls it off. Quickly down 0-2. Jumps out of the way of the 0-2 pitch. 1-2. Takes the ball on the outside. 2-2. Gets a cutter out over the plate. And it's caught by the second baseman. Didn't get a great contact. But got down 0-2 quickly, saw a couple pitches, didn't go down swinging. So, not the worst. Not great, but not the worst. Takes low. I think it's a strike anyways. We're not going to... Yeah, it clipped the zone, so not worth the challenge. 2-1. Come on, give him something over the plate. Gets a fastball. He dinks it into left field. That's going to get down. The runner is going to come home. The throw's up the line. And that's a RBI single from Harry Ford. Not the best swing, not the best contact, but he got the job done. And that's what we're really looking for. RBI single. Gets a hanging changeup and rolls it over. Eyes got big on that pitch. That was a pitch you can easily drive. And he rolled it over to the third baseman. Facing Tommy Canley now. That was a strike. Just a little early. Tried to sit back on the changeup away, fouls it off. Quickly down 0-2 again. Takes high and inside. Away again. Works the 0-2 into a 2-2 count. Grounds this one up the middle. Shortstop's ranging over. Harry Ford beats it out. That's his second base hit. Now, Harry Ford does have very good speed for a catcher, which is very nice addition to his game. And now he's got a chance to walk it off against Seth Martinez. That's a 1-0. Gets his hanging sweeper, grounds it up the middle. That's going to be the third out. All right, well, we take the L. Harry Ford goes 2 for 5 with an RBI. The speed is definitely a big thing with Harry Ford. He's going to make contact, and I think his speed as a catcher can definitely help. It's definitely an added bonus to his game that, Kabert or any of our other catchers, have. All right, we're here in the middle of June, June 11th. We are currently 31-38. We're fourth in the division. We are not even last place, only 5.5 games out of the division, and we are 4 games out of a wild card spot. We're still in it, but I think the further we go, the farther we're going to fall back, if I had to be honest. But I think that's going to do it for episode 1 of the Nationals franchise. Episode 2, we're going to I'm going to go more in depth into some of the guys we're scouting. We're going to get to the draft and probably the trade deadline in the next episode. It should be a big episode. And we're going to jump into some more player luck games, especially with some of our minor league guys that we're really, excited about and hoping they can turn into something for us. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot. RRC Sports on every social media platform. Go follow. I appreciate everybody that watches. Peace.